I'm done making videos that are consistent and fit the algorithm. I just want to muck around and find out now, okay? So expect all sorts of crazy nonsense. Let's just get straight into this, shall we? You know who I am, you know what I do. Let's just get on with it. What I want to do is go through every Mega Man X game and talk about which is the best animated Maverick in each game. And then have a head-to-head of sorts. But these days, this is the sort of thing you'd put in a tier list. So we're going to do something entirely new and list game animations in a tier list.
I actually...
No, shut it. I'm going to set my own stipulations for this thing about what makes the animation better or worse. No such thing as bad animation, by the way. It's all about resource. I've talked about older games not having as many frames as modern games due to hardware limitations. So they had to use poses that carried all the hard work, that caught all the energy and intention of the character in a single image and master keyframe of sorts, what my script says. That sounds like nerd talk. I'm bored of talking, let's just get into it, we'll pick it up as we go. Alright, Chill Penguin, he's got some cool moves. He stands and looks around, he does some cool jumping. He uses those animation principle things to put a little telegraph in the post to us gamers so we know what's coming. And put him in A for Ace. Then Sting Chameleon, he's cool. He's got a few different poses, he turns his head a lot. I feel like I said that exactly about Chill Penguin. But yeah, he's got some nice little bounces and stuff. I don't know if he's up there with Penguin. He's going in B for better than most. Storm Eagle has got some great wing animation. I think the sheer style of this character earns him a spot in better than most. He's got some cool single frame actions like that dive thing. A little static in places, but the charm wins. Armored Armadillo's crap. He's going in D for dull. He's got like one main frame and some spinning shit. Launch Octopus has some great tentacle animation, really cool characterization at the start, and he's got a full-on turnaround animation and secret damage. He's going in A for Ace. Spark Mandrill, oh, he's got some great stuff going on. One of my secret stipulations in characters in the pixel art era is how they move around in 3D space and everything, like this little wanker does. Look at that. So he's going in A for Ace as well. Not quite S tier just yet. Special, nah, not quite. Boomer Kawanga has a number of actions. He actually throws his cutter, maybe a callback to Cutman from the first Mega Man. He's got some cool effects when he moves around to his movement. He's going in Ace. Flame Mammoth doesn't have a sort of cool, awesome turnaround animation or much body movement in 3D space. All his limbs have loads of locomotion that make him look like he fills the space really well, and he's got some strong poses. I love that he's just in the room when you arrive. It's just another secret damage animation. He's going in special. Alright, X2. Wire Sponge. Just great. Loads of action. Loads of versatility. Nice and squidgy. Use of 3D space. Simple but effective entrance to the battle room. He's going in special as well. Willgate has got some cool stuff going on, but he doesn't really excite me. He's going in C for competent. Bubble Crab. He's alright. Simple but effective. Nice damage reaction. He's going in B. High octane stuff with Flame Stag. Love those punches and dashes, nice fire effects. He's going in B. He's better than most. Morph Moth is Morph Moth is fine. Bit basic. Does a lot with a little. He's going in C for competent. Magna Centipede is a fun one. He's a bit like Boomer Kawanga. Got that cool effect when teleporting. It's got a secret damage animation. Lots of fun moves. He's going in Ace. Crystal Snail is another one who's got some cool 3D spatial movement. He's got a little muttering animation. He's got another fun secret to his fight where his shell comes off and you can like play around with it and get kicked around. He's going in Ace as well. Overdrive Ostrich. He's got a few versions of running, some nice movements in space. I like his entrance to the boss arena, very unique. I want to put him in better than most. He's not quite Ace, I don't think. Man, I hope future animations are this good. These are awesome. Neon Tiger? Competent. What's that tail doing? Oh, too much jumping. Gravity Beetle? Better than most for this game. Nice bit of smoothness there, but... Blast Hornet? Competent. His body is split up in effective ways to make the most out of the limited movement. Volt Catfish? Competent, simple, jumps around, big mouth. Crushed Crawfish? Dull. There's like no connection between his animation and his presence in the environment. Some of the movement doesn't even really like make that much sense. Are you sure you don't want to put him in fail then? You know what? let's put him in there just for now. I just think there could have been more. Yes, there could have. Tunnel Rhino, competent, nothing special. Toxic Seahorse. Oh, Toxic Seahorse, my favourite. Even when you're frozen. Dull. Blizzard Buffalo. I think this is our first E for air. There's nothing. Alright, out with the 16 and in with the 32. Web Spider is what I'm talking about. That little dangle animation, the various limb movements, that energetic throw, this secret damage animation, his beret. He's going in ace. I think special. Maybe even in special. I think special. Right. I love a Mega Man boss that runs. Split Mushroom is going into better than most. Oh, but his theming is so strong. No. I love his little voice. Cyber Peacock is one of the few competent in this game. Just some basic strong poses, nothing crazy. Storm Owl is another competent one. He's got some nice poses. Wing movement isn't quite as good as Storm Eagle's. He's the second beret-wearing Maverick. Love the tornado animation. Ooh, Magma Dragoons going in special. Look at that posing look. Nice and snappy, yeah? It's just fun to fight. It really is, though that jump move is a bit weird, but I love it. Ooh, Frost Walrus is... Don't overdo it. No, Frost is going in ace. He's big and awesome and I like him. Actually, I want to put Walrus in special. Fine. Jet Stingray. He's alright. He's not as interesting as he could be. Some weird jarring movements in there. He's a C. And also he's the third beret-wearing Maverick. I love Slash Beast. Probably the best arena entrance in any X game. Just like running up alongside the train. He's up there in ace. Can we quicken this up a little bit? Oh, yeah. The next ones aren't all that good anyway. Okay, X5. Crescent Grizzly. C. He's got some snappy movements. Cool little finger wave. Oh, what? Wait, we're not going with the Guns N' Roses name? God, no. Tidal Whale. Dull. He's mostly just one frame. Shining Firefly. Dull. He's easy to see how his body is segmented. Feels a little weightless, which is ironic because he's like a flying maverick, you know, flying baddie. Volt Kraken. He's one of the better bunch, but he's still a C. Thanks to that little wobble he does, takes him above dull, but, you know. Dark Necrobat. Surprisingly dull for such awesome wing animations. Mostly one pose. Spiral Pegasus. D. Dull. Just feels flat and basic. Spike Rose Red. D. Actually, no, C. He's not bad, but some of those frames just jar a bit when played back to back. Really? Ready for more? Yes. Commander Yamark. Dull. There's so many missed opportunities for anything interesting to happen. Ground Scaravich. Hey, another Maverick with a run cycle. Well, walk cycle. Well, handstand cycle. C. You know that's poo, right? Blaze Heatnix. Got some cool wing animations for different poses. C. Blizzard Wolfangs, another one who runs. Is actually not bad. Just look at him. I want to put him in B. Go on then. I like Metal Shark. He's got some actual full rotation in 3D space. He's got some cool actions and strong poses. It's quite fun to fight. I'm chucking him in ace. Ace. Are you sure you don't mean B? Nah, I want him in ace. Fair enough. I think you might just be blind to the good stuff just because the rest is so, you know, X6. Shield Sheldon. He's a bit stiff. All the way your separate parts move look a bit sort of cobbled together. Nice throwing pose though. Infinity Maginian is a really cool idea, but I think his movement lets the theme down a bit. I feel like hovering in space is cheating a bit. He's going in dull. Rainy Turtleoid. Look at that frame. Chuck him in air. God, that was hard. It gets better. We're onto 3D models now. Oh, good. So X7 suffers from a lot of things, but let's take a look. Okay, so with Wind Crowrang, a lot of his moves are, and this is a bit of an issue with the game generally, his moves are far away. With game animation, particularly in 3D, you've got to think about how and where your animation is going to be seen. You're talking like this is a serious video essay. That sounds well too fancy. You've got to sort of tone that down a bit. All the same, it can be tricky to see what he's doing, but it's not terrible. It's still fairly clear, that he's doing something. He's in C. Now, Splash Warfly, according to my secret arbitrary rules, which I may or may not divulge, you probably guessed it by now, it's actually going A for Ace. He's got some really cool moves that just look great from different angles. And he goes, which kind of goes against this problem which we said the whole game has. But he's an exception to this, I think. He's got a nice array of moves as well. He's just the smoothest. He's ace. He's ace. Agreed. Soldier Stone Kong isn't too bad. His arena is quite unique in that it is both 3D and 2D, and sort of roams around in these circles and rails around that central pillar. Stone Kong jumps to and from that pillar, and it just looks really cool. He's going in B. He's better than most. Snipe Anteater is just, I don't really know. I don't know what this is, and it's D for dull. Vanishing Gungaroo has a nice sense of weight to him. That clunky metal feel feels like it's heavy. I'm chucking him in B, actually. Flame Hyanard has a run cycle. Do not, for the love of God, do that. We don't do that here. C. Yeah. Tornado Tonian has about 2 poses. D. I'll be honest, I can't really see what Ride Borsky is doing, which is a shame because he's a transforming robot and transforming robots are cool. He's a C. Alright, X8. You know what? X8 did a lot. I agree. Generally, all the animations seem a little more refined and thought out. Earthrock Trilobite. He's going in B. Trilobite. He's smooth. His moves make sense when stacked up against each other. It reads well. It's better than most. Gigabolt Manowar feels like a better version of Tunyon. Nice smooth grooves. He's going in C. Avalanche Yeti is like a spruced up Blizzard Buffalo. Put him in C. Burn Rooster is bloody wicked. His posing and character is really well accomplished. I want to put him in ace. Just really nice strong moves, and for a character with massive limbs and hands, you'd think Bamboo Pandemonium would look a bit clunky and rigid, but he's pretty smooth actually, and a lot of versatility in that kind of clunkiness. Yeah, he's going in B. No, wait, hang on. Where is he in? Yeah, we're putting him in B. Just checking my notes there. Optic Sunflower Man. Again, such cool, strong posing, really exaggerated. Feels like a cartoon. This guy's awesome. He's going in ace. Dark Mantis has, again, got some nice, strong poses, but the connections between his actions feel a little clunky. I think he's probably going to go in C. Gravity Antonian is cool. Nothing groundbreaking. He's fairly simple, but I think he should go in C for competent. Just nothing wrong. Not great, not terrible. Is that it? Is that all of them? All that I can be bothered to do for now. I haven't got it in me to do like all the other Maverick characters. Just like, it's a bit too much. Maybe another video. Then, Sodom, I'm tired. We're doing this for us. What about the remakes and the demakes? Come on. Fine. So we'll quickly breeze over these because I don't want to take up too much of your dinner time or toilet time. The Extreme games for the Game Boy Color were basically demakes of the first 3 X games. And for the most part, they do a fantastic job of scaling down and adapting the 16-bit animations from the SNES. Most actions left intact, even with some of those cool flourishes. And Maverick Hunter X for the PSP is a remake of the first X game, and it kind of follows on from X8 really, uses similar 3D models and is essentially a spiritual 3D successor. When you kind of think about it, and you look at how all the Mavericks explode and everything, it doesn't quite make sense because they explode and there's one, like, you catch a bit where they're missing and I don't know, it's not as good as X8. This means that all the animations are inspired and embellished using those 16-bit animations as a starting point to reimagine with smooth, lovely 3D models. I don't think it's fair to include these in the tier listing, but it's fun to bring them up. I'm not doing the same for X-Dive or anything like that. Alright, let's have a recap. Most Mavericks tend to sit around here and B and C, with a good bunch in A, whole load the boring bastards here in D, couple in E, and just that one complete failure, I find, and just those few in special. What makes them special, Dan? Well, I don't know. For me, it was a combination of the amount of frames and moves, the use of space within those moves, the characterization on display, the polish on how the animation sort of connects it all together, and just that special appealing ingredient which binds it all together when you have a whole bunch of animation and design principles on display working nicely together. You mean sometimes it's just a feeling? Yeah. Bollocks. I think you just don't know what to say. That was a bit of canned laughter I put in. Well, no, you didn't hear it. It's in the video. Yeah, do you want? Yeah, okay. Well, thanks to my patrons for funding this one. Yeah, thanks a lot. Different ouches. As you can see, I'm a bit bored of doing the same old video essays, and I don't want to be a slave to the algorithm. And if you like this, watch it again. And I'm just excited to use the new screen, this green screen of Quired, isn't it? Bye. Just about covers me. So, bye.